Hello everyone, welcome back again. Today we've got our second and final friendly in preparation of the 2025 season. We're away this week and being hosted by fellow Sussex Prem outfit Cuckfield CC. The format is 50 overs win-loss again, although today we're in colours and using pink balls. A couple of changes to last week's team. Lucko and Milo are unavailable, and so is Connor, who's at Wembley watching Palace put 3 past Villa. Coming in today are Richie Webber, Ollie Brown, and our new overseas for the season, South African Luke Beaufort. More to come on him later. Joe lost the toss on a hard and dry green deck, and we were stuck in. Russler and George Thomas get things started for us. Umpire wasn't going to give that one, I don't think, but Russ knows he's got an inside edge on it. He does the honourable thing and walks. It is a friendly after all. Wicket there with the first ball of the third over with the score 12 for 1. Replacing Russ is Rahul Tangarala. That's the power play done. The pitch looks a decent track. 10 overs done, and it's 54 for 1.
They could do. Look.
lovely actually. You know, the garden.
George comes back for a second, and with it comes his half century. Another gorgeous display of batting, dispatching anything that sat up to him off the back foot. On 56, George has his off peg removed and becomes the second wicket of the day. Looked a good delivery, a little bit of jag in it for the bowler, and that brings in our other new signing, this year's overseas Luke Beaufort, who landed this week from South Africa. Not the first time playing in the UK, Luke spent last season playing in the Devon Cricket League for Sidmouth CC, and here's hoping he can make a big impact in the green and gold this season. Approaching the halfway stage, and a flick off his legs just past the tree for Rahul brings up his 50. Decent knock so far for Razzie. Really good signs for our top order bat.
That's a bit like.
Well, that was a big one.
Yeah, I think Luke's now got his eye in. 20 overs left and we're sat in a decent position here. 176 for the loss of just 2 wickets. 300 will be a minimum it seems today. Yeah, you cannot bowl there. That is massive and brings up Beaufort's 50 from just 38 deliveries, including 3 fours and 5 sixes. I think he's enjoying himself out there today. Not overly sure what's gone on there, but from that inquiry, I want to say the umpire was checking it carried and that Rahul's been given out caught behind, which I'm not sure he agrees with, but he must go, having batted really well for his 78 runs. He's replaced by the skipper, who's looking to actually spend some time out there this week.
Very nice boy. Except like it.
Put the paddles on.
So 10 overs left, the score's 250 for 3, and I think it's safe to say we'll be breaking 300 again this week with how things are going.
Stays on the tree there.
Luke rides his luck on 98 there, but manages to get the maximum, taking him on to 104, and it's another debut century. Coming from just 73 balls with 8 maximums. What an innings, and here's hoping it's the first of many on the channel. I think Luke wanted to stay out there, but skipper Joey quick to tell him his job's done, and other lads could do with some time at the middle. Next in, we've got Aaron Brown. Having been on at Joe all week about his golden duck last week, Aaron must have upset the cricketing gods and falls victim to a first baller himself. I think that's what they call karma. Anyway, he's on his way, and replacing him is Charlie Mist.
But actually, he's quite slight.
Yeah.
They didn't now.
If it wasn't already apparent, we're very far over on the square today, and that boundary is pretty small that side, as evidenced by Joe's swivel pull going all the way for 6.
Maybe we've been cold.
Misty's caught, he goes for 10, and with just 2.5 overs left, Richie Webber is the next man in.
I think he changed it.
Ridgey gets caught as well, and Cavey gives the last 2 deliveries a swing. Only the single, and we end on 328 for 7 from our 50 overs. Walker ending on 34 not out. Looks a very good score, and one we'll be confident we can defend, but the pitch is very batsman friendly, and with the short boundary, the hosts will feel they aren't out of it at the interval. So Cuckfield need 329 from 300 balls at a rate of 6.5 runs per over. In Con's absence, we've got KV taking the first over on his return from a toe injury. And as ever, Aaron taking the uphill end and the second over of the innings.
I think he's a left back. For like his district. Yeah. You?
Lots of kids do that. They choke the ball.
It's been
Because when we was young, there was about 4. They are bloody lethal. Say hello, Sid, as you on social.
Joe's seen enough of Aaron for now after a quick 3-over spell. He's replaced by big brother Ollie, and from the near end, KV's having a break too, with George Thomas handed the ball. If you don't recognise the back of this bloke, it's Mike Cowdrey, and he's missing the start of the season, unfortunately. Cowdrey broke his leg a few weeks back. Inconsiderate timing, I know, but he's hoping to be back for us at some point this year. Stop hobbling about and rest that leg of yours, Mikey. Ten overs done, and Cuckfield needed to come out firing to make the most of the power play. They've done just that, and with 73 runs on the board, they're well up with the rate.
in the road.
"13 overs, and we've got the early introduction of some spin. More leg break, this time from Rahul rather than Cowdrey. And he's on for Ollie Brown. Smash tile, and the maximum brings up Henry Rogers 50, coming in quick time from just 42 deliveries. Cuckfield will want him to stay out there as long as possible if they're going to chase this today. Another change, it's the overseas Beaufort coming on for a bowl. Wicket-keeper batsman by trade, but like most overseas, will bowl some darts around the wicket. And Joe trying to get some success from the bowlers and get this breakthrough. It's Misty now, on from the near end.
Oh no, they're not anymore. Just got to be careful about thrusting yourself back.
And it's Charlie who gets that first wicket for us, with Cavey making no mistake under the catch. The score's 122 for 1 after 21. Cuckfield need 207 from 29 overs. Simple catch for Beaufort. He has his first wicket in a Bridges top. Nearly halfway through the innings, and Cuckfield need 194 from 26 overs at about 7.5 and over.
Oh, there.
Or local rule, isn't it?
Oh, sorry. The people. Yeah. The Albion? Where have they been? West Ham. 3-2.
And Rogers goes for 98. His onslaught's over, with Rustler taking the catch out in the deep. Big wicket in the context of the game. Cuckfield 160 for 3 from 26 overs.
Yeah, no. And the fifth place thing, fifth place gives you an extra incentive, but I mean,
That's a really aesthetic wicket, that one. Misty has his second, and there's still a little life in this pitch. That ball just climbing and jagging slightly, kissing the edge, and Joey does the rest. The score's 174 for 4 from 29 overs, and there's another change in the spin department from the far end. It's Jack Haynes coming on for Luke Beaufort.
Go on, Richard.
Cuckfield still making a go of this, and they need 124 more runs from 15 overs, only just below that DLS pass score. Not that we're going off for rain or light today, but it's a good measure for where they want to be. Rahul's back, and Joe flicks off the bails for his first wicket to break the partnership, and 2 balls later he has another to remove the other set batsman. Change of picture now with 2 new bats out there. Cuckfield need 86 from 50 balls. Two overs left and the hosts not really keeping up with the rate. I guess it's a friendly, so time out there much more important than the outcome of the fixture. They need 49 runs off the last 12 balls. Ollie takes the catch off the 3rd ball of the final over to give Rahul his 3rd wicket to go with his 78 runs earlier, and a 2 off the final delivery ends the match. Cuckfield ending on 288 for 7 from their 50 overs, meaning it's a 40-run victory today for Bridges. Thanks Cuckfield for being great hosts today, really kind of you to arrange the decent weather as well. We'll be back here at the end of August when I'm sure it'll be another run fest. That's all for the pre-season friendlies. Next week, we begin our defence of the Sussex T20 Cup away to Brighton and Hove. Hope you can all join us then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.